Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I see I missed a couple things when I was away, so I got to get this yard back into shape. Let's go up to the patio and start up there. Yeah, it would appear we had some windy days. A little bit of mess to clean up. That's okay, I like that kind of stuff. Let's see what we can do about tidying things up a little bit. Got that down pat. Now, for the rest of the yard. At least I have fun doing it. All right, since this is such a big area, I'm not gonna use that little battery. The Makita blowers is great. Not sponsored, by the way, but it's great for those little areas, but this huge patio, I'm gonna fire up the gas one. Here we go. If it'll go. And away we go. All right, that's it for now. See you in the grotto here. I still got lots of, oh, look at this. Still got a lot of cleanup to do out here. I mean, I got this all cleaned off, but it's just gonna happen again in a week or so. So Kim says everyone likes these time-lapse transformation videos. If you do, let me know. Let's say something in the comments if they're good to put on there. Anyway, I gotta get on with the rest of this. I've gotten the pool cover still to do, and see a bunch of leaves. Trying to get my grass back into shape. Let's see if we can get this going. Maybe somebody can explain to me what's going on.
Why? It's nesting. Doesn't like the way you make the bed.
I don't make the
He's
bed.
trying to tuck himself in, don't you know? He's not happy.
Is that it?
No.
Is he settled? So back when we were leaving to go to Mexico in the springtime, we had problems. We had our heater that heats the bus here. It's like a little gas. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Right in there. It failed on us, and we spent all kinds of time with the people at Wabasto trying to figure out what was wrong. We ended up sending it to them, and but it didn't make our trip, so we had to. They sent it back to us, but then we didn't get it till we got back from Mexico. I reinstalled it here recently because the kitchen's on hold. And yeah, this is how I spend my time, laying on the floor under a table. So we put it back in, and I have no problems with it. They didn't find anything wrong with it. We couldn't get it to fire at all before we left. Just kept coming up with an error code. So I got it wired back in, gasoline hooked up. It's hooked up to its own separate little tank. Well, not its own. It shares a gas tank with the generator gas. That was the way, if we're out and about, say we're boondocking on a beach or something, we don't run our bus gas out, so we can't leave. So it's just on a completely separate gas tank. There's the vent that blows the hot air out. Okay. I'm all done with that. I got it all wired because it's 12 volt. So it runs off our batteries in the back. That way we don't drain our bus battery and we get stuck on a beach somewhere. Let's see if this, I don't even know how this thing works. Oh. Oh. Heat mode. It's 17, 16 degrees in here now. It sounds like it's firing up. It used to say W bus error. One thing I noticed when we took it apart to ship it to them, I was boxing it up and I noticed one of the little cables just kind of came apart. It was a connection and it just, so I'm wondering if that connection wasn't secure, because when they hooked it all up at their shop in California, they said they couldn't find anything wrong with it. But it sounds like it's working. We need a fuel pump. You hear the tick, 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 tick. But it didn't even get this far when it shut down before. It's blowing air. It's not hot. But it hasn't started up yet, so. Oh. Fuel pump. Doop, 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 doop. The thing is, like, hardly uses any gas at all. I think we could have got a bigger one though. This was it 4 kilowatt? I think it's kilowatts. We should have got an 8, maybe double that size. Because we noticed when we ran it last winter, it took a little while to warm it up in here. Yeah, sounds like it's firing up just fine. Whew. There's one tick off the list. It'd be nice to do a little winter camping this year. We'll have to see if we can figure out where to go. So that's one thing. The other was basically the meat and potatoes of the electricity system in here, that inverter. It's a 3,000 watt, I believe, inverter. So that's quite a bit of power. You can run a couple of, medium-sized appliances on the same time. Because each appliance, like a kettle would be like, if I'm not mistaken, like 800 watts, to 1,000 maybe. And then the little inverted, what do they call that? The little induction cooker, same thing. It's like 800 to 1,000 watts. So you can run a couple of those things. Kim can run her hair dryer. We can run a microwave. We can basically run everything but the air conditioner off of it, because it's such a huge draw. We use our generator for that. We'll give you a tour of this bus here when we get it cleaned up and ready to go somewhere, maybe in the near future. So I got all this done. The heater sounds like it's firing up. Oh yeah, hot air. It's blowing hot air. And now I'm off to see if I can put that inverter in that runs all this stuff. We had when we were coming home from Mexico, what I ended up doing, because ours overheated or something, it wouldn't switch. It's supposed to have a switch in it to go from shore power or run on the batteries. And it's supposed to have a little transfer switch inside of it, but it wouldn't transfer. So we sent it to them. They put in a whole new motherboard apparently, so I'm gonna go wire that up. And I think Kim's gonna do some work on the wrap on the outside is peeling off a little bit. We never got to get it all siliconed off around the perimeter of everything when we got it back from the wrap last time. We had rain Then we ended up going away, and yeah, so we still have to get to that. A little long-winded here, and I'll show you what the inverter is all about when I get that hooked up. All right, I got it all back in. So here it is. This was the little devil right here. Let me turn you around here. This is the multi-plus 12 amp 3000 watt 120 amp inverter. So what that does, it takes the electricity that we plug our bus in from, so at any RV park or here at the house, we plug it in, and that electricity goes up to this thing, which is a transfer switch. And then we have our generator up front on the bus that comes to this transfer switch. And it automatically transfers, so you don't have two sources of electricity coming in at the same time. It'll only let one or the other come out. And that goes down and around and into here. And then that will go from here, it does go from here up into our electrical panel, just like in your house. So we have all our big appliances plugged in, just like being at home. So then, of course, when we're not plugged in and we're not on the generator up front, this won't even turn on. But the batteries, these are 200 amp each lithium ion, and they will go into here, transfer that power to 120 volts, so it steps it up so we can still run our big devices. We have this is our distribution center. Everything that's wired into this bus goes into here. So we have our MPP solar charger. I gotta fix all these wires back up now that I've made a mess of everything in here. So that takes the solar energy off of our rooftop solar panels, puts it into a format that'll charge our batteries up. And speaking of which, this one here also charges our batteries up. So our generator can charge our batteries through this, or our shore power charges our batteries through this. And then our solar also charges our batteries through this. And then we have this Orion T-Smart DC to DC charger. So what this does is it trickle charges from our alternator out front and charges our batteries. So every time we drive or have good sun or we're plugged in, our batteries are charging. We're going to get 2 more of these, so we'll have 800 amp hours of battery, which is a pretty decent amount for a rig that we got. Anyway, we got this all wired back up. There's not a lot to it. I've done it a couple of times now, so kind of getting the hang of it. Played around with it the whole time we were down in Mexico. This guy here is the cheapo we bought, and we hooked it up to our batteries and plugged the power cable into it when we were on the beach in Mexico, so at least we could run our fridge or the TV or whatever we needed. And we had to basically rely on solar to charge our batteries at that point. I know it doesn't look great, but the vinyl was all peeling off. You can see it where it was, and it just won't stick back on. So I just did my best, a little trim, someplace clear sellotape, caulking, whatever I can do to get it to stick back on. So the cherry tree has just gotten way out of control. Didn't get pruned at all last year. Did I just step and poop? No, I didn't step in it. I kicked it. Anyway, it's been getting way out of control. I started pruning it. That's how far I've gotten so far. This big pile of branches. I gotta get back to work. See, I still got some more to do, but it was way up there, so it's coming along well. The old cherry tree. Yeah, winter's coming. It looks nicer at night in the autumn, in the winter time. I don't know why. Lights look better. Well, that's it for tonight. We'll pick up in the morning. Yes, thanks for your help, Brian. Yeah, I know. That's your pile to chew up out there. We'll pick up in the morning anyway, and we'll finish this tree off. We've still got lots of work ahead of me to get caught up around here. All right, well, that's it for now. There's a bunch of cutting I want to do, like take the whole top of it down about 2 feet, but I got to get up on a ladder with a saw. I think that's a future me problem. But that's it trimmed down, which is pretty decent. Still looks scary for Halloween. Oh, we got a bird flying through it. Anyway, Halloween's long gone, but it still looks scary. There's my partner in crime. Hey, bud, happy birthday. How old are you, 21? He's only 8. He's doing good. I got a long way to go on this, and I'm going to spare you with the time-lapse video of it. So I'm going to leave this one right here over near the cherry tree. Yeah. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.